Hello, my name is Gayton. We're going to start our intermediate workout. We're going to start with a warm-up standing next to the reformer. A roll down from the top of the head to the tailbone, rounding in our spine and activating the abdominals. So we're going to stand hip distance apart, begin slowly folding down from the crown of the head. Our shoulders are down, we're pulling the abdominal and pelvic muscles up, rounding the spine until we reach the bottom. Now we're going to reverse the motion, ground the tailbone towards the ground, through the ribs, through the lungs, and up through the head and neck. We're going to do it again, rolling down like you're peeling off of a wall. When we reach the bottom this time, we'll extend the spine, reaching the tailbone towards the sky and the crown of the head down in a diagonal. Now reverse this motion, coming in and rolling up as we did before. Stand tall, and one more time, rolling down, keeping our abdominals pulling up, slight bend in the knees, extending at the bottom on that diagonal line. Now curving back in and rolling up. Now we'll transition to the reformer for our footwork. Making sure that my machine has the correct settings for my height, my foot bar is up, and the springs we will have is 2 reds. Now lying down on my side to get to my back, I'm going to make sure that my headrest is in the correct position for me, and we'll begin with our heels parallel on the foot bar. Our ribs are down and our abdominals are engaged. We're going to take a deep 3D breath in and out. Prepare, inhale, and exhale. Press the carriage out. And return with an inhale. Exhale, push out. Inhale, return. Exhale out, stitch those ribs. Inhale, return. Exhale, push out. And inhale, return. We're going to replace our heels with our toes. Same breath. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push out. Inhale, hinging from the ankle. We're going to exhale, push out. Inhale, return. Exhale, push out. Inhale, return, graze the stopper. Exhale, push out. Staying there, we're going to drop the right heel underneath the foot bar. Switch with an exhale. Switch, exhale. Switch, exhale. And switch, exhale. Now both heels up. Exhale, both heels go under the foot bar. And up, down, and up, down, and up, keeping the abdominals low, and up, and down, return the carriage. Now we're going to place the heels on the edge of the foot bar, letting our hips extend out. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push out. Inhale, use the inner thighs as you exhale, push out again. Inhale, return. Exhale, push out. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale, return. Placing our heels back to the parallel position, you're going to lift the right leg to a tabletop. Really working on keeping those ribs down and abdominals engaged. We're going to exhale, push out. No hyperextending in the knee. And out again. Inhale, return. Exhale, out. Relax the toes. And exhale, push out. Inhale, return. And we're going to switch the legs. So our right leg is going to go to tabletop. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push out. Inhale, return. Check the ribs as we're out. Inhale, return. Exhale, out. Inhale, return. Exhale, out. And inhale, return. Setting that right leg back onto the foot bar, toes on. We're going to go into bottom lift. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, draw the abdominals in and tilt the pelvis towards you. Articulate the spine upwards very slowly until the hips are at an extended position. Inhale, pause at the top, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, reverse the motion, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae until we reach our start position. Again, we're going to inhale, prepare. Exhale, peeling up from the tailbone, shoulders down, like there's strings attached to your hip bones, pulling you up. Inhaling at the top with a pause, and articulating down, keeping the hips lifted as the upper back reaches down, and back to our start position. We're going to progress this with an extension. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, slowly rolling up as we did, keeping the carriage still as possible. Shoulders down. Pausing at the top with an inhale. Exhale, extend the legs to a comfortable position. Inhale, keep the hips where they are, bend the knees in. And then exhale, rolling down as we did previously, through the spine, very slowly. Now one more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tilt the pelvis and slowly roll up. Shoulders down, knees parallel. Inhale, pause at the top. Exhale, extend those legs out without hyperextending. Inhale, return. Knees in, keep the glutes activated, and exhale, rolling down. Toes are still on the foot bar. We're going to place our heels together so that our feet are making a V position. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, push out. And inhale in, exhale, push out. Inhale in, exhale, push out. Inhale in, and exhale, push out. And inhale back in. With our heels still squeezed together, I'm going to once again roll up through the spine so that my hips are extended. I'm going to reach back and place my palms on the bottom of the shoulder rest with my fingers pointed upwards. I'm going to straighten my arms as I shimmy my shoulders down, walking down until I'm at the bottom of the carriage. I'm going to exhale, articulate the spine downward, one vertebra at a time, beginning the movement from the top of the thoracic spine and continuing until the pelvis is touching the springs or hovering over them. The spine will be hyperextended. We're still going to try to keep the carriage still as we do this. I'm going to inhale, extend the knees without hyperextending. Exhale, draw in the abdominals, tilt the pelvis, and articulate the spine upward, lifting onto the shoulder girdle and reaching full hip extension. I'm going to inhale, bend the knees, keeping the heels stable and the hips extended and the pelvis lifted. We're back at our return start position. We're going to exhale, articulate the spine downward, keeping the arms straight. We're going to inhale, extend the knees. Exhale, draw the abdominals up. And inhale, back in. Again, exhale, rolling through the spine into that hyperextended position. Inhale, extend the knees. Exhale, draw the pelvis up. And inhale, return. One more time. Exhale down through the spine. just touching those springs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pelvis goes up. And inhale, return. To get out of this position, we're going to make sure that we're at our stopper and reverse, walking those shoulders back up the carriage, bending the arms, and coming back to a supine position.